asking me to kind of clarify what do I mean by art, right? So Marvin Gaye, babe, you listening?
Yes.
Okay. Marvin Gaye went through a really nasty divorce with his first wife named Ann Gordy. She was the wife of Berry Gordy, the founder of Motown, legend. And Marvin Gaye, from what I read, was broke, bankrupt. I think he was addicted to drugs at the time. It's a lot going on. And when he went to court and he had his divorce, because he had no money, no home, he was in a really bad place, the judge gave him a judgment that he has to go to the studio, record a full album, his publishing, his points, all of the money made from his album sales, he had to give it to his ex-wife. And he entitled the album, Here, My Dear. Did you know that?
No.
Now here's the song. This is one of the greatest songs ever made. Really got to put you up on this stuff. It's important. Now, start it up.
Yes, I forget it all.
Then he got married to a second wife within 1 month that he had already started dating, named Jan Gay. And I believe she recently passed, so rest in peace to her. But the vulnerabilities that Marvin Gaye put into that song, it's called Just to Keep You Satisfied, from the divorce album called Here, My Dear. He had to give it to her. Here, my dear. So then when you come with songs like this right here, and it's that real raw truth with lyrics that I never thought I would write and feelings that I never thought I'd express about a marriage that I thought would never end, shit hit different. Because I have to ask a question. Is this love or just a transaction? And that is probably one of the most uncomfortable questions you could ever ask any man or woman that you're dating. You see? You got it, right?
I got it.
Airdrop. Should have went straight to your photos. Should I send it again?
Yes.
I know everybody's heavy on the Joe Buttons podcast. Hold on, start it over. No, everybody's heavy. Hold on 1 second, man. I know everybody's heavy on the Joe Buttons podcast, but I want y'all to know, man, what I said on that couch, that I can't go to the studio and do music unless I'm feeling it. Money doesn't motivate me. Relevancy doesn't motivate me. It's got to come from a real place. When you do things from the heart, it affects hearts. And when you're in a relationship, while you're in the middle of a divorce, and you end up with a woman who's gonna love you from where you are, it's the most beautiful thing. Like, imagine making me feel guilty or feeling bad about going to the studio to create art when you get in a relationship with an artist. If I was a painter, my girl should let me paint. If I was a poet, my girl should let me write this poetry. that's when you know you got somebody special. She don't want to hear me singing about my ex. I got it. But you got to get that out of your system. Because only then does life truly move forward. So this is Love Transaction. I want y'all to feel this. Listen to the lyrics. Listen to the words. Listen to the uncomfortable truth. It was never love. It's just a transaction. Y'all go ahead and watch that Joe Budden's podcast. If you're going to watch the Joe Budden podcast, type in JBP. JBP. The link is in my Instagram bio. I want y'all to see it. But if you triggered, if you cheated on your girl, if your marriage is having some issues, you know we got Christmas coming up, so y'all be careful. Don't be out here watching interviews like that, because if shit is on edge, it's gonna really be on edge after you watch this interview. Only for the mature. I would say to a 16-year-old, don't watch this. The Joe Budden's podcast. The link is in my Instagram bio. I want you to watch it right now. In about an hour, I'm going to come back on here and I'm going to do a live IG conversation about the Joe Budden's interview. Type in JBP, which stands for Joe Budden's podcast. I want y'all to go look at this shit right now. Link is in the bio. Shout out to my nigga Flip. I see you in the comments, baby. We did it, baby. We did it. We did it. Flip. We did it, baby. Shout out to Joe Budden for giving me the platform. Shout out to all of the co-hosts on the podcast. Hey, listen, I don't know what kind of salaries Joe Budden is handing out over there, you know, but I noticed that there was a little room left on the couch. So, you know, maybe I can be a reoccurring guest, because we doing numbers right now, nigga. We could, you know. Joe might not can afford me though. You know, I'm doing numbers. But a reoccurring guest role on the Joe Budden's podcast. What y'all think about that? I kind of with it. I had a lot of fun with the fellas and Melissa Ford. We got so much history. I love you. I'm so grateful. You know, Melissa Ford got this shit up on YouTube. I reached out. She got it done. Appreciate it. And for everybody giving love, showing love, for people that came into the interview like, just don't like this nigga. They all changing their story now. They all feel differently. Because you can't deny the truth. JBP, link is in my Instagram bio. Start watching the Joe podcast right now. The link is in my bio. I appreciate Joe, appreciate the platform. And I really, really hope that I was able to inspire men to stay encouraged. People that are married to keep fighting for their marriage. Don't let it go. People that are engaged, keep fighting for your marriage. Fighting for your family, your relationships. It's a lonely world out here. I know they making lonely and single look sexy. But fuck that. Nobody wants to be alone. And everybody's got challenges in their relationships. But when you with the right one, no one is above an apology. No one is above owning what they say and do and being accountable for their actions and their words.
Amen.
Zelly, I love you.
I love you too.
And I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, baby.
Thank you for being patient with me with this whole process. You my baby. We got this.
We got this.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, y'all. Y'all have a good night. I'm logging back in 1 hour. We're going to have a full-on Joe Budden's podcast discussion on IG Live. Go watch it right now. Click the link in my Instagram bio. Or if you out of the country, just go to YouTube, type in Joe Buttons and Tyrese. I'm wearing green and white. We on. Appreciate you. Smoke one for the homies. Smoke one for all the real men out here that really know what this is. This one's for you.